I got a chance.
Opportunity, promotion, blah, blah. You know, those are just words.
Words. All I have to offer is words. Just words.
Nobody cares.
Oh, no. Nobody cares.
What's going on, my beautiful people? That applause came in a little hot.
She came in live and direct.
I was like, okay, I'm back in.
Now we're on.
This heat has been debilitating.
Brutal.
Yeah, I carry this fan everywhere with me. Everywhere.
Oh. How come the guests can't have one?
I have a tiny one. Would you like the small one?
No, nobody's getting fucking fans. Last week, all I heard was that in the background.
Oh, you did?
Do you know that using that fan actually gets you even more hot?
Because you can't stop.
That's
once
his
stop,
argument.
No, because you are using energy.
You're exerting energy.
I understand
energy,
that, but the placebo effect outweighs that.
Oh shit!
No, it works if you don't stop. You just can't stop because once you stop, you're like, oh shit, it's too hot.
It's too hot, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. No,
and then you go faster. You get hotter.
Gotta escalate.
I mean, y'all were the recipients of my fanning, so there's some advantage to that.
It does not get to me.
Yeah, keep going.
It doesn't
Actually,
get
no,
to
I feel it.
You gotta keep doing this though. You gotta keep swiveling the
chair.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's entire...
getting mad hate from my fan. I'm just trying to keep cool out here.
We're not a fan of your fan.
Oh man.
Keep my fan to myself. It's like this heat is making us hostile.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Debilitating, I say. Debilitating.
Paralyzing.
Anywho, by the time this episode does come out and the people choose to listen, it'll be like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
So yes. It'll make sense.
97 on Wednesday.
We're going to talk about future weather rather than current weather because we're always fucking behind. But anywho, that other lovely voice that you're hearing on deck, my brother, my main man, Dre Drizzo.
What's going on? What's happening? What's popping, my people?
Somewhat excited this week.
Somewhat excited. Yeah, last week it was kind of... It was hotter last week. I don't know, but yeah.
Matter of fact, earlier today, I got a text from someone, and I appreciate them. They're so... Because this is how I know people showing love. They're checking out, either the gram or the episodes. And the young lady said to me, yo, have you heard of enhanced audio? And I was like, damn, man, is my audio sounding like trash?
That was my first question, too. Like, what is her note to the show?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if anything, what I thought I had going for me was my audio, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. So where's this going? And she was, very polite enough to be like, no, I think your audio is good. It's just that I know you film without the AC on, and I saw you sweating a lot.
She's looking out. She's looking out for us.
So she was like, hey, if you run it through the AI, it should work out where it lowers down the background volume.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. And I was like, oh, man, thank you. I appreciate you. So, number one, I will have to work on getting better cuts where I'm not fucking dripping my life away.
No, fuck that. Work on that AI she talking about, bro.
And
fuck the cuts. Work on the AI.
Is that why you took a minute with the light?
Oh, yeah, because I'm like, hold up. I need to fucking figure out why I look so sweaty. So now I'm like, I gotta Dewey. So I was like, I gotta figure out this lighting situation and the whole thing. So how are you doing today, brother? My bad, I'm
doing pretty good. This fucking lemon water is banging.
You've been sleeping on it. We've been offering you lemon water.
Yeah.
Do you want some?
I'm not lemon water, lime water.
Lime water. That's the other one. That's the green one.
Yeah, because in Spanish you call both of them just limones.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's lemon and lime. But in Spanish it's limón y limón.
Limón, yeah.
The green one.
Limón verde.
The green one.
Amarillo.
But the default limon is a green one.
Yes. So we always pick up the lime. And this is how I base the economy, if it's good or not. I'm like, yo, if I could get 10 limes for $1,
damn,
things are good looking good.
It hasn't been like that in a minute.
And so more in...
It's like 5 now.
And so now it's like 5. Mm-hmm. And, as of this morning... it went down to 8 for $2.
We were enjoying a high of 10 for 2.
Yeah.
But I think that's because the new grocery store opened.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, man, that means Monday the market may not
and they get smaller. And they get smaller and smaller and smaller, bro.
No, but smaller ones are good.
Oh, those
the
are the
juicier ones. Sometimes you get the big ones and, you get 3 drops out of it.
Copy.
Pause for that entire statement. But anyways, that lovely voice that you just heard making that wild, what would be
Statement?
Statement? No, but it's coño, no.
I don't think girls say pause though, bro.
No, but
I there was one that said it.
I forgot who.
I don't
Me
think you
too.
say pause. Women
Yes, they
say
did.
No, it's gender equal.
Okay. That's true. We all equal. That's right.
Analogy. That's the word I'm looking for the
Analogy, there
wild
you go.
analogy. But anyways, anywho, that lovely voice that you're hearing is the wonderful, the honorable Haydee.
Oh, you
Yeah.
almost fucked up there.
You
I
did.
seen
No, you
it.
gotta come up with a new one. 'cause,
You
I
almost
think I
fucked up
told you
there.
last week. I was like, I want to feel like a delicate flower. Use my name.
Yeah. You almost
Wait.
slipped. You almost slipped with the lady H.
Yo, bro, pero como que delicate flower? What is?
Lady, or what do you say? Honorable.
Yeah,
Like that
because
makes
those
me
are the
sound
fucking.
mad respetuosa.
Yeah, are you not?
Una doña. Like,
The
who is
honorable.
this person?
But a doña and a delicate flower are like two different things. Like,
It's true.
a doña is a woman that I'm like, she
Doña.
knows what's going on in her life. She's figured it out.
Yeah.
Everything, or she's
Oh,
had
she's
true,
stressed. Oh, she's stressed.
or she's had true acceptance.
Ooh.
That's better than
Yeah.
stressed.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also-
I like that. That's good. That's better branding.
Also, like your dynamic in the group will be like that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the name matches that.
Yeah, maybe I'm seeking something that embraces more of that. I don't know. It'll come. It'll come. I like fucked up the feng shui.
Well, that's it. It's either.
It's either.
No, that's what you sound like now.
Oh, boo, boo. We'll workshop something together.
Anywho,
Yeah.
how are you
Anywho,
doing?
I'm great. I've been on a kick of making paletas de limon. Of all the limones that we got. So I've been, yeah. Anyways, I won't go into that. That's me.
Pause. Okay.
Yeah, what's
Paletas de
happening?
limon.
I ain't gonna lie, it was just banging.
Wait, what?
really
Lollipops
good.
of lemon? Lemon lollipops?
Yeah.
Wait.
Lime lollipop.
Like ice.
No,
no,
That shit
no,
must be sour as fuck, huh?
What do you call it? in
It-
English?
Oh, popsicles.
Like icy, yeah.
Popsicles. I'm thinking like fucking blow pops. Pause. What the how y'all getting fucking? Y'all getting creative with this motherfucker? With these
There's a
lemons?
lot of juice.
With these
No,
8
right?
A lot
lemons,
of
y'all
juice.
motherfuckers getting creative.
I was like, wait, what? Blow
oh,
pops. Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't had one of those in God knows how long. Anywho, that's been my new shit now. Anywho, yo, today we got on deck a really phenomenal guest that I'm excited about because it's a longtime friend, a really long-time close friend. Although I'm sure he's never listened to my podcast, but he made the absolute trek from New Jersey, Jersey City, all the way to Washington Heights. So that in itself shows the true friendship. So that's number one. But number two, phenomenal athlete. Yo, schooled me on, at least for my for me to have more of a confidence in my fighting game, but not necessarily my fighting game, just being prepared in life game.
Just in case.
Just
in case.
If shit were to pop off.
Yeah. Streets are wild right now, so you need a couple of skills here and there. Yeah.
I can at least know how to get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
If you watch my Instagram feed, you would need some shit.
Because even getting out of the way is an art form, bro.
It is.
Like, I used to fucking like go into punches for some weird reason.
That makes no sense.
Stop the impact a little bit. Stop the impact quicker.
Say, oh, that shit is coming at me. Let me go this way. No, so you know, my brother over here has been not only a longtime friend, but a tremendous educator and influence in my life when it comes to physical fitness and just overall, you know, taking life as not necessarily a challenge, but being prepared for them. So that in itself is inspiring. However, at times in the very, very beginning, it would be very negative with the anecdotes. So I hope I've influenced some positivity into that aura. Because it would be like, yo, you got to be ready. And
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
Chill, man. I'd rather, you know, fight people with love. But today who we got on deck is athlete, personal trainer, boxer, just an all-around phenomenal human being. My brother, my main man, Alberto Reyes.
Mr. Reyes.
Thank you for having me.
Should I say him like Alberto or Alberto? How do you like
Alberto.
Alberto?
Alberto.
Always easy.
Roberto.
Whatever it is. Yeah, I've been called.
Or how your white friends called you, Roberto.
Roberto.
And they just give you a whole different name.
I even get called Birdie.
Birdie. Oh no.
It's just
Birdie.
Oh, that hurt
anything
me.
that's easier. Is the wife of a client. And she just goes, "Can I call you Birdie?" I was like, "No." And then she's like, "Okay, that's what I'm calling you now."
What?
It's playful. It's funny. So
Hey,
it's cool.
she
That was
said-
Tupac's name in Above the Rim, right? Birdie?
Oh shit, I think so. No, wait, wasn't that his brother's name?
Oh, his brother.
I forgot.
One of those
Damn.
was fucking Birdie.
Oh.
It rings a bell. I think it was
Or-
Above the Rim. No, yeah, Above the Rim.
Or was that Bernie Mac's character? Damn. All right, that's a whole different
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to fun fact check that. But that young lady that calls you Birdie sounds like she's
bird.
one of those ones that goes, Brooklyn. Brooklyn is mine now. So I'm not making assumptions. I'm just sharing that that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, people have a hard time saying Alberto or Alberto. Whatever it
Alberto.
is.
So, all right, what would you like today?
Whatever you want to call me.
Birdo. Yeah, that's what we call him.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. I mean, after a while, like it's costumbre.
Yeah.
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good. Surviving the heat.
Jesus, always with the surviving. Yo, what's really dope is when we had a conversation that you brought to my attention was about enhanced sports, and given the fact that now we're 2 weeks away from the Olympics, the Paris
shit, yes,
Olympics, I was like, holy shit, you know, this will be an interesting conversation to bring up, considering that one of the, like historically speaking, one of the big anti-doping people have always been like the Olympics, and that's because the Russians would whoop America's ass, and it turns out that everybody apparently was just using steroids.
Yeah, we're cheating.
So and that's that moral question, you know, they were cheating, or is it that they were enhancing, and or they were maximizing themselves? And I'm like, Now, given some of the research that I've been now going into a few of these rabbit holes, I'm like, oh, let me see what's up and hear a different perspective. However, you wanted to share more from, I guess, an educated point of view of being in the physical fitness world, on what your thoughts were, I guess, on the whole performance enhancement drugs or steroids, or what were your thoughts on all of that, pretty much, and what you wanted to discuss?
Wait, fun fact. The only thing is, it's only cheating because it's against the rules.
Well, it's against the law, and
against the law.
And the law is whatever the white man wrote.
True.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not illegal.
Technicalities.
To take steroids. It's not illegal. You can get it prescribed. You can get TRT. It's steroids. It's testosterone replacement therapy.
Like from your doctor.
From a doctor, yeah. When you get surgeries, they put you on steroids so you recover quicker. There is a healthy purpose of it. Like any drug, there was a... It started as with the right purpose.
And then they'll flip it. Yeah. Let me put a little bit of this. And then throw it in the street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then it becomes the addiction.
Gotcha.
Let's find the cheaper version. Let's get around the law, whatever. And then it just takes off to the negative angle. And
the negative angle. But you're here to discuss the positives.
well, I mean, it's a crazy whole idea. So it already... The creation of enhanced games, which is pretty much just a business, the people that are running it I don't think they're the right people for it because what they're creating, I think, is a really good movement.
Okay.
Of an institution that has controlled the World Olympics, which is the Olympics, and all of those athletes none of them get paid. There's not a lot of money for the athletes, and they put their whole body and life, their parents, for peer pressure of the kids. This is their whole identity. And some of them end up broke at the end of it because the only thing that the Olympics give you is a name so you can go and make money
and
with
profit
it.
off your
And
name.
that's it.
Yeah.
And they
Sell
profit
stuff.
from it.
Yeah.
They all make a killing out of this. So the idea of now let's make something, whatever it is, to try to take some of that power away from them and then give it to the athletes, which is their main idea. It's like, but in this, let's also make them enhance so it looks better. So we can also break records. And also tell the world that, or maybe bring out the light that everybody's taking steroids. They're just not getting caught with it. Because the whole goal is to have all these athletes that are super athletes, but are also enhanced and try to break records that have been placed in the Olympics or records that are going to be placed in the Olympics this year, and then try to break it. And if they break it, it's like, this is what we can do with a human when you enhance it, we help it, whatever. Or we can't even get close to that number than that guy posted, and this guy is on all the steroids. So that means that that guy might be on steroids too. So it's just bringing different thought processes, disturbing the industry, and let's see what comes out of that and the other side.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so when you think about it, are you looking at it as by creating total disruption, you think a good positive byproduct of human enhancement will come out of it, or it's like, let's see what the fuck happens and just throw shit to the wall?
Well, science, yeah, there's always going to be crazy experiments that some of them go wrong. There is going to be some people that are going to get, like, there's going to be some casualties out of this, because the main thing that does, not only, I mean, it's a drug that it changes you physically, but the problem is what it does to your mind. It makes you so addicted to it because you become a superhero. You become and like
Right.
within a week.
You don't want to be a mere human after
Yeah.
be with the rest of us lowly humans.
Within a week of you have the ability of working out twice a day, where sometimes you feel like the second workout, if you were to work out twice a day, you would be drained, you're tired. But on steroids, you fully recover. You're working out like it's your first day in 3-4 days. You're fully recovering the same day. But the problem with that is that it recovers soft tissue. It doesn't recover your joints, your bones. So you put in all that pounding on your body, soft tissue is perfectly fine. You even
the
you can
bones
even
and
have
everything.
bad technique through it, get injured in the process, but it recovers you quicker, so you're back on it
Oh,
the
damn.
same day. But the joints don't.
Don't.
Because
Oh.
there is no blood flow in the joints. You can't recover joints. You can only go do surgery and do a
wow.
replacement,
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
or whatever. So then you see all these ex bodybuilders that they look great, they were great, they never show any signs, but now they're all in
Now they all,
wheelchairs
yeah.
because their joints can't move, their spine or whatever.
Well, so I was researching on these enhanced games. That's what it's called, right? And enhanced games for our audience. Do you want to answer that question so our audience can understand what these enhanced games are? And then I'll talk about the clinical aspect of it that they've shared.
So it's like a league?
Go ahead.
So they just created it. So it's the people that did Coinbase. Then they did,
So it was the crypto dudes.
crypto
Yeah.
dudes. So they
Some
got
of them.
yeah, and
One of
Like
the-
a lot of Silicon Valley tech
Silicon-
bros.
So
It's
it's
one of the
Silicon-
investors of cryptocurrency.
yeah,
guy.
and he's also like Middle Eastern of some sort. So I think there's a little
Not
bit
the
of oil
main
money.
guy, right? Or no?
One of them is like I think one of the main guys or one of the guys. I think the Coinbase guy is Middle Eastern, or
There's
of them is?
one guy, Aaron DeSosa, who came
He's
up
the
with this
president.
idea.
He's the president.
He's the president. He
Yeah.
came up with the
Yeah,
idea.
very very arrogant.
Yeah, no, I was actually just telling you, sharing with
yeah.
you. I was listening to an interview he did, and I told you, like, he sounds como mierda.
Yeah, no, the
He's
fuck.
Yeah, he's Australian, but he has no Australian
Yeah.
accent whatsoever. Like, he's adopted this weird accent that is, like, not from any place, but, like, this idea of, like, I'm educated and I am powerful and I know what I'm talking about. And he has connections to billionaires, and so he was able to convince these billionaire bros to invest in this. And I have my own thoughts about those class of people.
Yeah, no, he's a brains. He's
Yeah.
the brains of the operation, and he's smart. Like questions that they ask him, like he gets to the point, but before he gets to the point, there's a little arrogancy and a little bit of like putting down the other person,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
how come you
I
don't
saw that.
something. And then the other guy, the money guy, is the at least the interview that I saw. He's Middle Eastern, and there's some oil money, and he said where he's from. Whatever, and it's one of those countries that there's oil money that they have a little bit of that air of I can do whatever I want, and then he has tech money, which is the same thing. So
lot of
they
money.
have
a lot of money.
It's the I believe I'm God money.
Yeah.
And then
That's
they put
fuck you
in-
money.
And then they put
Yeah.
in steroids on all these people that are going
Yeah.
to believe they're gods too.
Yes.
Oh,
So
shit.
there's going to be some casualties.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like
Yes, I do think so. But the interview I listened to, and what's his name, Aaron kept saying that it's gonna he kept pushing that this will be overseen clinically and we will make sure that doctors are going to be there to support them, blah, blah, blah. But I do think there are going to be casualties to it because ultimately what this guy, Aaron, is preaching is that he's trying to overthrow the man being the Olympics committee, which I see the what do you call the corruption there? I get that. The athletes shouldn't be paid $30,000 a year. They should be paid way more. And I get all of that, but I think ultimately it's to make money.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's a scheme.
that's it.
So
It's
the
very
athletes,
schemey.
the athletes, well, they train for 4 years, right? That's for the Olympics. So they get paid 30,000 each year before the Olympics.
I mean, no matter what, that just sounds like
That's horrible. That's fucking hard. You know, I'm
horrible.
pretty sure they training like fucking 12 hours a day.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they're eating through all of that.
And when they make it to the Olympics, do they get like a
Snacks
fucking
are
bonus,
barely
or
covered.
how does that work?
I think if you get gold medal, you win, right? And then you get all the contracts that come with it, so you can
Okay,
make more
the
money.
Wheaties boxes and all
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah. That's the real money.
That's where the money is
If
at,
you're
goddamn it.
silver,
is really still even
if
around?
you're
Yeah.
bronze, that's like the loser.
Oh fuck! You're lucky if you get a poster.
Well, it depends
Damn.
on the sport too. Like
Depends
you
on
got
the
sports
sport.
that you watch a lot,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of following for that. Oh, that
Gotcha.
person is gonna get money.
Like
out of that.
fencing.
It's
Nobody's
going
gonna
to
put
get-
nobody's gonna put you
getting
in a
money
Wheaties
that.
box. You fence.
Yeah, and those
A
people
Wheaties
working
box.
out the same amount.
The
as the
same
others.
amount as that. That's fucked up. I didn't even know that that goes down like that.
Yeah, and the pressure that the parents put,
And
like
you-
you better get gold, this and that.
We
Well,
need
because
that
they
30,000.
invested in the kid,
Yeah, that's
right?
fucked
Or
their
up.
in
whole
the-
life,
yeah,
their whole
yeah.
life. I mean,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
the parents are normally that's their goal. That was their goal, but they couldn't make it, so they push their kids to
crazy.
become.
Yeah,
that.
no, of
Cyclical.
course.
I
Of
mean, it was
course.
the whole story of the gymnast woman this is years ago that was going through court to divorce from her parents, whatever that word is.
Emancipation.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
The
I mean,
pressure.
It became a crazy story. It was on Real Sports, and so she was a gymnast. She ran the thing and the horse thingy, jump over, whatever,
Okay,
whatever
yeah.
that, the
Whatever
vault-
that sport
All
is.
the technical
Whatever that
terms.
shit. Nobody even knows the name of
jump the
that.
vault, something vault.
Jump in the trampoline and
The
jump
horse,
over.
it is a
some-
horse something, no?
Vault, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So she was doing that. And I think she broke her ankle and she still did it and ended up with silver or bronze.
Talking
She
about
was
pole
insane.
vaulting?
Yeah, no.
No,
you're
no,
talking
no. You
about
jump on the
you're-
trampoline
the
and you do
horse
some
thing
wild
where
flip.
you're-
No,
and-
no, wait, because y'all talking about horses and trampolines.
No, it's like horses associated with the name, but it's a bar that they're like swinging their body on.
Yeah, so there is
Gotcha.
this thing that you run, you jump over it pushes you up and then you push off of that thing and then you do like
You do some
somersault
other
in the
shit,
air
yeah.
and land.
And then you gotta land on that
You
like
gotta
the
land on
narrow
your
shit.
feet, or
You gotta land on your
yeah.
feet with your arms up.
Whatever.
Your
And
arms
she had a
up.
broken ankle when
Yeah,
she
y'all,
did that.
y'all fucked me up with the whole horse man.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
yeah,
is called
yeah.
a horse.
Oh,
the thing you
is
jump
it?
off of is like
Yeah.
a horse.
I thought it was just
something.
yeah, but cool. Oh shit, yeah.
So
no, I mean
anyway-
that shit is a wild sport.
Yeah.
So that story,
$30,000
with that
fuck outta
woman,
here.
with that girl, she was pretty much getting abused her whole upbringing, right,
Jesus Christ.
by her parents.
And the problem, I'm sure the doctors. I'm sure.
Oh my god, more and more.
So then she's starting to go through that whole thing of emancipate from her parents or whatever. And there is a completely, then the story cuts to this one girl that was born with no legs. So
Wait, what?
so I was like, why is this girl being talked to? So they mentioned that she was watching her and that was her idol. That gymnast, the Olympian. And she's watching her, whatever, and then her grandmother watches her watch her, and she goes, like, I guess I have to tell her now. So she goes to the kitchen or whatever, grabs a folder, and is like, you're adopted. Pulls out the paperwork, and your last name, it's her last name.
So they fucking related.
That was the sister.
Oh,
So the
sister.
parents, she was older. She was older.
Oh my god.
You gotta
The
be fucking
parents
kidding.
wanted an Olympian athlete,
And they gave her up.
and they gave her away because she didn't have legs.
Oh my god.
And the girl became a freaking one of those like the sheets, the hanging the arrow shit, whatever, like the
Oh
sheet.
yeah,
that
yeah,
hangs-
yeah.
the
no.
aerialist?
The aerialist thing,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
She was one of the crazy performer
with no legs.
with no legs.
That's crazy.
Insane.
This is
And
wild.
had
It's
I've
no-
never heard of this.
I've
shit.
never heard of this story in my
It's
life.
insane.
And, wait, she was an aerialist before she found out that her
Yeah,
sister's an Olympian.
yeah, insane.
That's crazy. So that's-
then I'll
so
show
many
you
questions.
afterwards. I mean, you can even Google it. It's on Real Sports. It was a real story.
Yo, that's wild.
And
Wow.
so then the girl divorces her parents, and goes through every holiday after that to spend time with the
Sister,
half-body
with the sister.
family.
That's wild.
That was a family to her because her parents were not really a family. They would punish her the whole. She would get into her room, not have dinner, like all this fucked up shit because of trying to make an athlete out of her.
Wow.
Wow.
So then you get all of that treatment, and then you don't get paid for
That's
it.
fucking crazy. That's just insane. That's a wild
So
fucking
then,
story.
okay, so with the introduction of steroids, and if we have something that is accepted as I don't know what you would
Legal.
even call it, as like legal for lack of a better word, that can be at the same level as the Olympics. How, like, what then? I mean, minors can't be a part of that. Then, well, how will that get manipulated?
And how much could you take?
Well, that's the other idea with that.
Yeah, that's a
me
good
growing up
question.
playing baseball, I always would hear and had a lot of, also being in New York, there's a lot of Dominican players that I played against and I played with.
Fun fact.
And fun fact.
Tell me more about how they like that sport.
And I would hear about when they were in DR and they're like their cousin or whatever. I was like, oh, he's going to a tryout. He got called for a tryout by the Yankees, this and that. It's like him and 3 other players. They're all going to get tested. They're going to try them out. And they will all do steroids right before. And then pitchers will take like a Tylenol that is like the milligrams, the amount of it is illegal here. But in DR, it's like a fucking big ass pill.
A horse tranquilizer.
And pitchers will take that before a game.
God.
So you don't feel pain. You go numbed and you just can pitch extra long.
Oh, wow.
Longer, more pitches or whatever. So there's all of this to become a pro.
Damn.
And they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to do them. So they all fuck themselves up because it takes steroids too much.
Yeah,
they don't know
yeah.
how to
Right.
cycle it or whatever.
It's a dependent.
Not that it's going to improve sports because steroids can't really prove. I mean, the problem is that everybody's already taking it. It's at least going to give information out there of how to do it safely and create a different thing of creating a better league that helps the athletes better. I don't think a league of steroids it's the answer, but at least it's going to bring a different view or something.
The Olympians, right?
And
The
yeah,
Olympians,
something that's
yeah.
going to show that this is not the right way.
Yeah.
This is already showing that is not the right way. Let's pay the athletes. Let's teach them how to use steroids better or certain drugs better.
Wow.
I mean, I remember the I didn't know about that. Motherfuckers were going to DR to take steroids. That I had no idea. I do recall there being an issue at one point with Dominican kids falsifying their birth
Age,
certificates.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the age. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know-
That kid that had that big story. Who was it?
The pitcher.
That pitcher. Yeah. That he was like playing.
Manny Manon.
Because motherfuckers be like mad big and talking about no, I'm 13.
Yeah, he
My
was
city,
playing
bro.
on a little league. And he was like fucking old as shit. Yeah, his father. I think his father forged his birth certificate. So it was a big story about
But-
that
Yeah, I
shit.
forgot his name.
You know, so like coming in so just thinking overall, like in about sports, and so I, thinking about how prior to, from what I recall, my recollection's relatively vague when it comes to Olympic sports because I'm not following every fucking sport. If anything, I only followed on the Olympic side basketball when they allowed pro athletes, because prior to that, and that was like the Michael Jordan Dream Team era. Because prior to that, it was only amateurs. The idea was, what we're celebrating in the Olympics is amateurs and them getting better and them having discipline to, create a templed body to be the best that they can be. That was my motherfucking thought process.
Until they started losing, they be like, you can't represent our fucking country no more. You hear me? Bring in Jordan, Mike, bring in
We gotta win this
Johnson,
gold.
Larry Bird, bring them all. Fuck y'all amateurs. Y'all fucking up our whole country the way we look.
Oh my God.
Like, you can't have fucking tiny ass country like Jamaica whooping your
Yeah,
ass. and shit.
nah. Bring in the big guns.
No,
Bring in the big guns.
It's
So, and like now I'm kind of learning more about that aspect behind, okay, we're going to introduce pro athletes and you can do all that. But then now I looked into like a little bit more about the history of America losing to Russia during the Cold War, and they're like, chill.
Nah, we can't do
And
this.
we
can't
can't
do
let
this.
them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
then they started introducing steroids, and I guess I don't know where my morality against steroids came about, because I used to be, as a kid, huge into what I thought was pro wrestling. Now, pro wrestling It's scripted.
Very. Very.
It's WWF.
Theatrical.
You know,
Yeah,
theatrical.
yeah.
And
Really?
as a
That shit
kid,
broke my heart.
Put like
they
a
change-
spoiler alert on
Once they
this.
change the name to Foundation, no, to Entertainment.
Yeah.
Instead of WWF.
No, to me it will always be WWF.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
The
You
World
mean to
Wrestling
tell me-
Federation.
I know. That shit fucked me up.
Federation.
Yeah.
That when he
Wow,
slaps
building
him,
a-
his
Yeah,
head moved. That did not happen.
That shit fucked me up. I ain't gonna hold
Yo, the amount of arguments I could have avoided with my father.
it. Cause he used to tell you all the time, like, that
Because
shit is not real.
He would be so upset. He'd be like, "Why are you admiring them? If I were to punch them one time, they would drop." Like, yo, upset. I'm like, "No, Papi, you can't mess with them.
Oh my
They'll
God.
beat you up and blah blah blah." Mad dumb shit, right? I could have avoided all that. And my man wants water. You got water right behind you.
And that's it.
And all good. And so, yo, I could have avoided a lot of those exchanges with my father. However, later in life, I discovered, okay, you know, it's scripted.
Papi tenía razón.
And I'm like, you know what? There's an agreement that somebody will win and somebody will lose.
Yeah, always. I didn't even know that shit.
So, but at the end of the day, yo, the amount of times you got to go through a fucking table and get smashed in the head with a chair and all this kind of stuff, I thought, you know, these guys were superhumans. And there was this one particular wrestler that was my idol at the time as a kid. His name was Bret the Hitman Hart. The excellence of execution.
Yeah.
Is that his tagline, or did you make that?
No,
up
no,
at the
that
end?
was his tagline.
Oh,
Bret the Hitman Hart.
The best there is, the best
Best
there
there was,
was,
the
and
best
the best
there
there
ever
will
will
be.
be. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was his shit. Like,
that shit brought me back.
and he would go up against all the other cocky motherfuckers like Shawn Michaels, you know, the Heartbreak Kid, and he would always talk about values and he would, and damn man, you know, now I see all these fucking documentaries. This asshole's doing 8 balls of coke every other week.
And withered away.
And then he talks about how he couldn't hang with that lifestyle, and then he kind of like weaned off. But it, you know, it's a tough life. But it is you know, now it is a known fact that all these dudes were taking steroids. Because you go to Arnold, right? Arnold took steroids, and meanwhile,
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, man.
The fuck out of here. What?
But
no
the
one
difference-
is humanly that big.
Yeah, but that's the difference. Arnold has not shown signs of like his body breaking down that much because he was not big into partying
Oh,
where the
okay.
wrestlers were, and the pounding of the falling and the
Oh,
going
and
through
all that,
chairs
yeah.
and
Arnold
that.
does strike me as a big partier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not wrestling WWE. shit,
Nah,
like,
they party
cut
party.
your own face
Yeah.
and you jump over the
Of
cage,
fucking,
of the top of the cage, not even the third rope, the top of
top
the
of the
cage.
That's crazy.
Onto a table.
Onto a table. That is it's like, yeah, it's fake. No, that's real. That hurts.
So
Pain is not fake.
Arnold,
The wrestling with the table is more real than the wrestling with the fucking people.
so
Because then you think
Arnold
about
Schwarzenegger,
Olympics.
when he was the world's strongest man,
Mr. Olympian.
Mr. Olympian, he was
doing
on steroids.
Yeah.
Wow.
But what is Mr. Olympian? Is that like the beauty queen of the Olympics?
That's like you trying to be Atlas, basically. I mean, you're trying
Yeah.
to sculpt every part of your body.
But is that an actual title that the Olympics gives?
Oh yeah,
Mr. Olympian?
Mr. Olympian.
Like at one
Didn't know
point, so when he was doing it, it was about developing the best measurements, the best body. That was the goal. Develop the best body. So Arnold was perfect about measuring the size of one shoulder to the other, the bicep to the other. So they say that his proportion was perfect. Now it's all about getting the biggest dude.
The biggest,
the better.
Oh my God.
And these guys are shooting
Jacked
against us
up.
like
Yeah,
five
yeah,
different-
yeah. Jacked
They're
up.
just freaking huge. Arnold still look athletic.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
guys
yeah.
now they're like
Yeah,
like
they're huge.
refrigerators.
Yeah.
It's like,
This is. I have a hang up. I have several hang ups with this, and they're all gonna come out. But okay, we had just had an episode about environmentalism and being kinder to the world and using less plastic and consuming less meat and dairy and eggs, and we have a whole bunch of people who are trying to get as big as possible. And how much, like, what does it take to keep a physique like that?
Oh, their carbon footprint is pretty
The
good.
chickens, the amount of chickens
Oh,
that are
yeah.
dying.
What? The amount of cows, they eating? What?
Yeah. So,
yeah.
And the whole. Yeah, anyways, the anti-aging thing is another thing that I'll touch on later. Anyway.
But my point being, right, that while growing up, the Bush, the first Bush, not the second Bush, appointed Arnold Schwarzenegger as the head of for children to like be active. And
really?
Yeah, like
I
that was
didn't know
the
this.
you know how when Obama Michelle Haydee could
Michelle.
Michelle,
They had
Michelle
the-
Obama, but-
the-
because if I didn't want anybody to think that it's just Obama, but that they had be active, start moving, blah blah blah. Like everybody has their little initiative. With Bush, his shit was, Schwarzenegger has to be the poster child for that. So as a kid, what I'm trying to say is, I got my idols fucking doing nothing but coke and steroids on WWF, and then the president's right hand athletics man is Mr. Olympian, who is telling you eat your fucking greens, be active, and you can and work hard and you will be good and stay fit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, coño, bro, if I eat my greens, I'm gonna look like fucking Arnold. It's all lies.
It's all lies.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Not like Arnold.
No, but
So like those people that are in those industries, like the top of like Arnold being the top of bodybuilding, like the wrestlers being the top at wrestling, they have a mind of pursuing, of winning. They have a winning brain, a winning mentality. Like whatever they decide to do, they're going to win. If they decided to write a book, they're going to not hang out with anybody. They're going to write the best book ever because they have an addictive personality. And that's what gets you to go there. Like Arnold had a joke. Like he goes, I get so annoyed when a dad or just a normal person, and he's making fun of this person, is like, comes and asks me, is like, oh, I started working out. It's like, give me some advice. And before I even get to answer, they said, but I don't want to get too big.
Especially with women.
He goes and tells them, don't worry. Just the fact that you ask that question, you won't.
Yeah.
Even if you try your hardest,
You won't.
you
Because your mentality is not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
It's like you won't. You're gonna put a stop to everything you do because you're like, let me just get to here.
Yeah.
Your brain caps you. Those people don't have that. Like they're gonna use drugs. They're gonna use whatever they can to get
where they
that.
want to get. Yeah.
But in order to get to where he was, it wasn't the steroids. He had to work out twice a day for his whole life.
Yeah.
They did 6 to 7 days, like every single day, and they ate the same meal the whole day. Like they packed 7 meals, 8 meals of the same thing. Yeah.
Every day,
Rice,
every
broccoli,
day, every day.
same thing. You know how hard that shit is?
That shit
That's
is hard.
dedication.
That shit is hard.
To build what he built it,
Yeah.
which even though with a little enhancement, a little help,
little
still
Not
need
only
to
if he took
commit
that,
to that.
yeah.
Take it and
that's
sit on the
no,
couch.
you're right.
No,
you
no,
still got to
no,
put
you
in
gotta
work.
work out
those
with
people
that.
end up addicted to other shit, and they
Yeah.
have that mentality. That's what's it called? A shortcut. For them, it's a shortcut. For Arnold, was an enhancement.
Enhancement.
Just like that, just helped me get here.
Yeah.
This people, for them, is get there quicker. Like
Yeah.
Ozempic,
Skip.
drugs. That is,
I mean,
is not really an enhancement to them
'Cause you're not putting in the same work as Arnold. Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn.
So your thought process is, if as long as you're using this to give you that extra push, it's okay. But if you're using it as a shortcut, then there's wrong.
Well, it's your own mentality behind it, yeah, of course. But I think it's easier used when it comes for rehabbing and coming back from injuries.
that makes
I mean, there's a whole bunch of drugs that are not as safe for you, but they're illegal in the main sports because they just don't know what it does. They don't know how much it can help them. They don't have enough information about it, so they just make it illegal. But they actually help a lot in recovery.
Damn.
But they don't know they don't know how much it can
Yeah.
do or whatever. So this might increase the information on what does enhance you, what recovers you, or whatever. I don't know.
It's like fucking Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. Remember that time? One home run, another home run, another home run. The motherfuckers was juicing the whole time. And then out of nowhere, one of the motherfuckers become white. Sammy Sosa's like what the fuck is going on?
That's what steroids does.
Like, yo, it was like home run. Every time Sammy hit a home run, you hear the cabs beep, 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 beep. But all the cars, beep, beep. All this
I
time,
forgot about
motherfuckers was
that.
juicing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that shit was big. Like I don't even know who won that. That
McGuire.
It was McGuire that
and
won.
then, and then Bonds. And then he was
Oh,
also
Bonds
doing,
too. Yeah.
But like the following year or some shit.
Okay.
But they're all not in the Hall of Fame.
Nah,
they all
'cause of
have
it.
asterisks.
Yeah, because
on
of it.
their name
And
or
there was
whatever.
who's the guy that snitched on all along?
Canseco.
Canseco. I'm
Niggas
going
do
down.
everybody under the
I'm
bus.
going down. Everybody going down. Wrote a whole book on that shit.
And fun fact, so Canseco used to play in the Rangers, right? I think it was.
Well, he was everywhere.
Yeah, he was in the
But-
Packers.
Yankees.
While he was there, that was the time that George Bush, the second one, also he
Was the owner.
He
the
was
owner
the
of the team.
owner.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh shit, yeah.
And so you know the
He had
motherfuckers
to give
know.
up. He had to give up the team when he became the president.
Yeah.
Oh shit, what?
Well, then Bush should probably get on this investing with enhanced games. 'Cause he clearly has a taste for steroids.
Shit.
There's something to speak on what you're talking about steroids being used to help recovery and help surgery and all that. People gain their strength back. Something that the billionaire investors are really interested in is the anti-aging research that's going to come with it. And that, for me, I'm like, why do y'all want to live so long? What is this fear against aging? Which is a whole cultural and societal fear against.
Well, yeah, no, it's huge. Is the quality of life. I mean, I was having a conversation with Dia about that, and I was like, oh, I'm ready to do it now.
You do
Like
what?
doing
Anti-aging?
TRT, like testosterone replacement therapy.
Oh really?
But as a joke, I was saying it as a joke.
I know. I was like,
But I'm like, oh, when I hit 50, I'm definitely doing it. Or 60
Damn,
or whatever.
I'm like
Like,
50. I'm like, damn, that's only like 10 years.
Yeah.
that's still young.
That's,
I'm like,
that's
yeah.
10 years.
I'm like, that sounds so young, man.
But y'all work out, so y'all already gonna be.
Y'all gonna be fine,
You're gonna
yeah.
be fine, right? That's gonna
But-
carry you through the old age.
well, that's the thing. Living at the quality of where you were when you were 20 years old, type of thing. You pretty much you start as soon as you're born, you start dying.
I mean, that's natural.
So
that is
in a
the
sense, pretty
natural
much
order
it.
of things.
I'm like, so what are we trying to do?
We're trying to play God, and that's my issue with it. Like, why are we playing God?
So
Well,
TRT,
yeah, I
what is
mean-
supposed to do?
So it brings you back to the testosterone levels that you have when you were younger.
Oh shit.
So when you're younger, your testosterone is higher.
Yeah.
You recover faster. So when kids fall and
They just
you
get back up and yeah.
your body is more hormones going, and the blood is what carries all those nutrients to recover your muscles. And it's a lot more nutrition in that blood when you're younger to
Gotcha.
recover your injuries.
Oh, is that why them dudes is out here swapping blood and shit?
Wait, what?
There's a dude that has his like 18-year-old kid or some shit,
Oh, the Brian kid.
and then there's
Because he's a billionaire who's obsessed with anti-aging and wants to live forever. I know what you're talking about.
Right.
Is it working?
They do believe putting young cells into your body will
Yeah.
help you, like stem cells. I mean, stem cells is pretty much baby tissue that you put into your body, and it's, baby DNA.
I believe the results were negligible
insane.
with that
Negligible.
experiment. Yeah, it didn't really help him. But he also looked weird.
No, he looked like a fucking dried up vampire.
He does look like a dried up.
So he was just taking a random 18-year-old
No,
kid's
No,
His
his
blood?
son. His
Oh,
son.
okay.
But in real life, there's like behind. That's like what's advertised.
Right.
But behind closed doors, I'm sure there's like
Give
so
me
many
more
missing
blood.
children that Paul. I
Whose
don't mean to
parents'
laugh.
debts have been paid off.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
that
Yeah.
like secret society shit. I'm
Yeah.
not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
No, but this little billionaires
But
club, y'all
it's-
need to chill, cool it.
Cool it, Judy.
Cool it, Judy. And also, to go back on the environmentalist thing, they're just going to stick around longer to consume more resources. So if you got to go, you got to go.
They're gonna
how
find
you
a way.
really
They're gonna find a way.
Every time your phone goes off with the alert,
Oh, Amber
Missing
Alert.
there's like
kids.
another millionaire,
Another
millionaire, got a baby.
Another fucking billionaire taking their
That's
blood.
what it is.
Taking their blood.
Yo, bro.
Oh my God.
Damn.
And that's what it is.
And a Camry, right? They always
It's always a fucking Camry.
Yeah, they always list a car.
Camry need to start
That's just
putting.
a childproof.
Yo, they need to start putting the fucking
Little tag.
the trunk lock that you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
open.
yeah.
They don't have it?
I don't know. I'm over here throwing Camry under the fucking
No, I
bus.
think you gotta go to kindergarten. I think this is a movement you gotta start. go to kindergarten and put Camry pictures.
Wait, why does he got
Don't ever get into
Don't get into this car. Do not get into this car. Do not
no
get into this
Camrys.
car.
No Camrys.
Well, you know what?
Or they need to fucking have all these goddamn Mr. Olympian be fucking
Policing.
But it literally start being policing jiu-jitsu people and
Put
stop
your muscles to use,
Word
damn
up.
it.
That's true. That's true. They
Yeah,
should
because
do-
again, consuming everything ain't para nada.
Nada.
They're absolutely useless.
Yeah,
Anyways.
like the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
Was that? They should do the CrossFit Games, but making houses.
Yes.
Like the athletes.
What a
It's
great
like,
idea.
who makes a house first?
Yes.
Wins.
And the
And
best.
now you
First
sell.
and
Now
the
you sell the
best.
house, and now you.
They're always
Yeah,
fucking
it's a great
smashing
idea.
that
Smash
one
your shit.
tire.
Yeah. You could be putting together something.
It's a brand new tire, too.
Make furniture.
Oh, Lord.
Literally a brand new tire talking about he can form. I'm working on my form.
You're useless. Absolutely useless.
Put that sledgehammer to build a new house.
For real.
Yes, that's a great idea.
My bad, were you gonna say something? I didn't mean
No,
to-
I'm just so annoyed by these people. I'm very annoyed. Oh, yeah, I remember now. They should actually pay you to see what your secret is, because I always joke around that you're a vampire because you look so
Dewy.
young and dewy. You look like a young pup.
Yeah.
And people are always astounded at what your age is.
Buddy,
You got the
somebody's
secret.
gonna ask him. Is like, what do you do?
Yeah. Do
What
you
is
got?
it? What is your
Write me a
skin
check.
therapy?
Write me
What
a
is your
check.
hair therapy? What do you do? What do
Yeah.
you eat?
Write a check and we'll share you the secret of age. Of
It's like I'm
defined
gonna
age.
follow whatever you do. Just tell me.
Just tell me.
No.
Pancakes.
That is classified information.
Literally.
He is a vampire.
Nah, man. But so I mean, it's interesting because when we're just to bring it back to like enhanced games, and in essence, all these guys basically become test projects, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
It's
what I
true.
mean, like they're literally
research.
human mice test
Yeah.
Well,
because
yeah, it's going to be a tough thing to just enter right now because it's the first time that it's running, and if you put your name down, the world is gonna know that you're taking steroids.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you have to be retired or ready to
ready
Take
to
the
come out
bottle
of
off.
the
away.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
ready to or ready to piss off your balls. on
Come
your
out the
last job.
locker. Yeah.
come out the
Yeah.
locker.
Yeah, because after this, you can't just go back and like, ooh, I stopped taking steroids now. Now let me go
Yeah, yeah,
play for the
yeah,
NBA
yeah.
or whatever it is.
Tainted.
And then the stigma behind it is like,
Yeah,
ugh,
yeah.
you take steroids. Ooh, yeah.
But
Brother,
this
ugh.
could change the stigma
But that's
against
the thing.
Yeah,
steroids.
that's the whole goal to
Yeah.
change it.
And another
Yeah.
thing I
least
read, or no, I saw this morning on Vice, the steroid use among non-athletes, just regular motherfuckers, is
It's insane.
in the
It's
United
insane.
States alone, supposedly, from what I saw back in 2018, 4 million people.
Damn.
And
No,
nobody's
8
doing
million
it
in the
right.
States. My bad, 4 million in UK. So this is
Big thing.
Like the usage is higher than cocaine or some shit like that. And I'm like, come on, sir.
So how
I
much
mean-
of it is legal and how much is illegal? Illegal. Most of it got to be illegal. Taking them.
I mean, if you're 40 and you got mad acne and you
Yeah,
all of a sudden
yeah.
brawling, I know what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on, bro.
and not only that, right? You can't just go to your doctor like, yo, bro,
Well, in the
pump
States
me
it's a
up with
lot
some
easier.
shit. You can't do that.
In the States, it's a lot easier. So in other countries, like what's it called? The place where they go to do the hair, like people go. To
Oh, to
Turkey,
get to
Turkey.
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Turkey.
yeah,
You
yeah,
would know
yeah.
about that.
Obviously
No,
not.
he's making a choice.
No, but at least you know information
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Because the
yeah,
first time
yeah.
I ever heard about it, somebody, a bald person, was telling me about
I'm
turkey,
about
and
to
I
go
was
to
like,
Turkey, son.
and I was like, how come I never heard about it?
Yeah.
He was like, because you got fucking
Yeah,
hair.
hair.
That's why you never heard about
You
it.
don't need that research, bro.
Oh, that's such a weird process.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like as
that's
soon as I
weird.
lost my first hair, I found out about turkey.
Yeah, nah. Fuck that.
So
Oh,
in those
shit.
countries, the insurance policy is different for the doctor or whatever. What?
No, it's,
No, that's wild.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
it's always
I'm
back
pretty
to
sure. I'm pretty sure.
insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why
Yeah.
doctors are so expensive here. Is because the insurance that the doctor is paying, they just pass the bill to you, to us. So we gotta pay. So what that does is the doctor doesn't really hold accountable for what they do, because they just have the insurance behind it. So if they give out drugs the way that they do, just let the pills fly.
Yeah.
The system is that's how we do it.
shit.
Like whatever. But in other countries, when there is no insurance, like in Turkey.
The liability is
You doing something illegal, that's like like you're
blacklisted.
done.
Oh,
You're blacklisted.
okay.
You can
Gotcha,
never
gotcha.
work ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
There's no security there because you fuck up, your name is ruined. You can never work anywhere. So they don't have to charge those crazy prices.
Got you.
They just don't fuck up.
Yeah. Damn.
That's how you end up in the States as a cab driver.
Yeah.
You're like, back in my country.
Yeah, I was a doctor.
Yeah, I'm like-
a whole doctor. Ubering it. Wow.
I mean,
That's interesting.
so I know the conversation has been very vague and circled around a lot, but I think as the more I looked into this, the moral dilemma I guess I was facing was, I thought once again that we were advertising, oh, we're getting better by being more disciplined. And yes, there is obviously a certain level of commitment and all that kind of stuff. But as you mentioned, the whole McGuire Sosa era, I'm like, damn, man, I really feel it for fucking Ken Griffey Jr. Because I'm like, I thought my man was rocking, but I don't know if he didn't do the...
I don't remember.
He was clean, right? And he was rocking. He
least so far.
he was rocking in that race. I think he hit like up to 48, and then them niggas were like in the 60s.
Bang, bang, yeah. They were hitting 2 or 3 home runs a game, son. Like, yo.
And then he beat the stereotype of you were raised with a silver spoon.
Oh, yeah.
And you still perform.
Because his father was a
Or
baseball.
the other thing of living to the image of your father.
Yeah.
Because Chavez Jr.
He's
boxing,
trash.
Chavez Jr. could not live up to his father's name. Like at home, like his father is the best Mexican boxer.
Of course, yeah.
And they always told him, it's like, oh, you have to be good because your father is
Good, yeah.
You're going to be
It's
good.
it's like the Jordan's kids, Michael Jordan kids.
Yeah.
They tried.
They couldn't.
At most, they fucked Scottie Pippen's wife.
At most, they tried.
Yeah,
You know, they
it's
tried.
hard to go and work hard
Yeah.
when you got everything. You're driving in a Lambo or whatever to go get beat up or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
I thought it would be easier to make it to the gym in the Lambo, but I guess not.
No, life is too easy. Life is easier when if you go back home, you're gonna see your mom getting abused by your stepdad, or
Jesus Christ.
there's drug dealers in the street. Or let me stay getting punched in the face at the gym because
Yeah.
that's better than being at home
It's
seeing
true.
crime,
the
seeing
incentive
whatever,
is
whatever.
stronger. Yeah.
Because you also feel better out of accomplishing something.
Got you.
Of you getting better. Being
So
at
you
the
think the
gym.
lifestyle of the kids of those famous athletes or whatever, since they grow up rich and all that, it's not the same hustle as the
I mean,
the
you
fathers.
get robbed of the hustle. I think.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you never you're
It's not
robbed
a
of
need.
drive.
Yeah, it's not a need.
It's not a
There's
drive.
not there's
Yeah.
not a
That
drive.
makes sense.
Like why you got everything.
It's fuck that.
Yeah. If
You
this
can-
doesn't work out, you can do
I'm
whatever
rich
you want.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell yourself the opposite, and you're like, I gotta fucking win this fight, because if not, I'm not gonna pay rent.
That's different.
And you
yeah.
fucking go back in there and you lose, and you're like, no. Also, the idea of losing, it's a crazy thought, especially in those combat sports, because you're like, the world is gonna see me get knocked out.
It's a warrior type of thing.
And for 3 months or whatever you're training for, you only have one person you've been thinking about.
Damn.
And then that person comes and you're like, shit, he can embarrass me in front of everybody
Yeah.
in the world or whatever. So it's a lot of pressure.
It is a
goes
lot of
in.
pressure.
But when you had that from childhood and you still were able to, like a child star, like a celebrity child star, whatever, to still come out the other side and be good at it, that's
some
tough.
other
That's
shit.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good parenting or whatever it is. Something.
Or just wanting to get out the
Something.
fucking hood as fast as possible.
I mean, but you know, this all led me down the rabbit hole of how, just as a society, how we're not only consuming more, but what we're deciding to consume is making us on that superficial level. At what point are the efforts being placed for positive growth in the respect of, somebody got hurt and their back is fucked up, let's give them this therapy so that they can get better quicker, right? And at least get back to status quo. And so I get that. I do get that position. Then if you're a professional athlete, if you need, and you're aging and you want to get the next contract or whatever, and you also want to stay at that level that you were performing at when you were younger, and you need help. Okay, so I get those perspectives. But then you got these people in the middle, the world, right? That the rest of the fucking world.
The humans?
Not even because I'm like, but now I thought about what is my stigma against steroids, because as you know, we brought it up and you mentioned cheating off the rip without saying anything, and I'm like, okay, is it really though? Because now I went as far as thinking to myself like, the 2 years that it took me to clear my Instagram from all the bitches twerking, right?
Yeah.
I had to. I look back. I'm like, they enhanced themselves. A lot of those women enhanced themselves. So is that cheating too?
But I'm saying it depends on what arena you in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing Miss Beauty pageant and you enhance yourself to the fullest.
But that's a different competition.
Yeah, but that's somewhat not fair.
That's
you know what
a
I'm saying?
different competition that they are given a set, like there's a universal Western standard of what beauty is, and everyone knows it. It goes unsaid, and you have to line yourself up to that in order to be in that sphere, right? Whereas I feel like with sports, sports is so specific. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's different.
Because because Botox. Oh, you wanna get rid of a ring. That's an enhancement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but meanwhile, I'm over here fucking scrubbing the shit out of my face with mud or whatever is in this goddamn tube. And the next thing I know, everybody that's looking younger at me is because they're injecting some shit in their face.
Think of it like this: is it cheating? Let's say on beauty queen or whatever it is. Or athlete, he been training for years to get to where he's at, and somebody could just take a pill on the other side, take a pill and be as good as him. Isn't that cheating?
But it's not just taking a pill, right?
But I'm saying, let's put it in that perspective. Like, isn't that cheating?
I mean, but it's so multifactorial in the sense that, let's use Lance Armstrong as an example, right? That brother was doping up, and he was the cycling guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you look at his legs; them shits is half my body.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not taking steroids. I'm not taking steroids." Like, that was his whole shit.
No.
But at the same time, like, I don't see someone that's been biking in the heights that wants to go to do a Tour de France. And all of a sudden being like, he has that level of endurance. He has that level. So, I think there is that level of, number one, you got to be already kind of on point.
Yeah,
you gotta be
So
I don't think it's like a quick fix magic pill.
Yeah.
But in the rest of the world that thinks it is, how does that body dysmorphia, psychology, and so forget morals for a second, but how does that now play into it? And especially with social media now, because everybody wants to sell you a fucking beauty product, and it's like, I thought you were my friend, I knew you, but every time I see you living your life is you trying to sell me some shit. Everybody's a fucking advertisement apparently.
And that is ultimately what the point of the enhancement gains are, or whatever it's called.
No, it's the actual the two things that
advertising.
what it does to the body and what it does to the brain. It's a completely different things. It's like what it does to the body is actually positive in certain, if done with the right purposes and reasons and with the right mindset. But what it does to your brain, there needs to be control of that too. Like, they should probably put some sort of mental.
So there should be a
psychological
evaluation.
What are the effects to the brain?
Don't you get more aggressive? Like, if you're a woman?
There is
depression too, right? I think something like that.
Well, yes, because you're building so much adrenaline, you're building so much testosterone that, especially for the people that get that road rage, is because they are way over the top.
Okay.
They are taking the
meter is off the hook.
They are, and the same problem with that is that if your testosterone level is supposed to be here, your body whole purpose is to regulate it to get to here. But it's already here, or it's already up here.
Yeah.
So the body is like, we don't have to make any testosterone because it's already overflown or whatever.
Oh, so your body stops producing?
Stops producing it.
No way.
And what produces testosterone is your nuts.
Yeah.
So they actually
so that's why they shrink.
That's why they shrink. Because
Gotcha.
they're muscle. They're a muscle that produce, and they don't have to produce, so then they shut off. So what that does is if you're not taking it the right way, you're taking too much or whatever, it just shuts off, period.
Oh wow.
So if you're doing it wrong, you can fuck up your whole body. Then now your testosterone levels is below women's level.
Oh damn! Oh, that's when the voice comes in.
And then you have to take it, and then it's insane.
So then you have to be consistently reliant
taking it,
on
yeah.
it.
So you
like,
have to be
that's
dependent
Ozempic.
on that shit.
Like Ozempic.
So
like all those weight loss
there's
stuff.
no reversing that shit. After you hit that
taking
level, if you hit that
taking
level,
it more. If you're taking it, supposedly there's more control. It's not as bad of a side effect.
yeah.
But it's the people that don't know it,
And
they
just
just,
keep-
just
fuck.
freaking go and get addicted to the feeling and just don't cycle off. And then also you got to cycle into creating, because the body is a biology and that is always like a full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you change something else has to come and take over, because it still has to be a full circle.
Talking about this yin and yang shit? No, I'm sorry.
And it's always fucking changing. Your biology, like there was a story of a woman that was doing like just regular yearly checkups or whatever, is getting blood tests, and it was like a full test, and kept visiting back to the doctor, whatever. And one day out of nowhere, the doctor is like, "What have you done? What are the changes? Something happened. Your numbers are all over the place. Like everything changed. What happened to your life, whatever?" And then she's like, nothing happened. Oh no, have you been taking any? You added any medicines? Did you take any medicines out or whatever? What have you done? No medicines. Anything happened to your personal life? Anything? Any big changes? Like, I'm going through a divorce. That's it. Her testosterone was skyrocketed
Wow.
out of nowhere, because now she has to control shit. Now she has to be the man of the house. Now she has to raise her kids. Now she has to deal with a lawyer. Now, so her testosterone
Holy
changed.
shit.
Her biology
Yeah.
changed like that.
Just because of her situation.
Just because of her outside situation,
Wow.
the body has to adapt to the stresses that are being placed on you.
Damn.
That's why you get stronger. If you keep getting push-ups and that's stress, that's the body goes, oh, this is fucking hard. We gotta make
gotta-
those muscles stronger, so this is not hard anymore.
Wow.
And that's the adaptation that your body takes. So there's gonna be some different adaptations when you start introducing the steroids, which is balls get strong, whatever. So then they have to add women's hormones to then balance themselves
Oh,
out.
really?
No
They
shit.
have to
Because then
take
it's too much
estrogen?
testosterone. So then
you
you
gotta
gotta
bring
take
that shit
estrogen to
down.
bring that shit
Oh,
back.
Lord.
So now that drug
Yo.
is also illegal, because
Oh.
if you take an estrogen, that means that you took testosterone.
Oh,
So
Lord.
there's a whole bunch of shit that comes
crazy. Ew.
after not doing it right.
Shit.
Don't do
So how?
drugs.
What is like not doing it right? Like I
doing
wake
it at all?
I wake up
Well,
I wake
the-
up in the morning, just take my morning shots. You know what I'm saying? Or take 1, 2, 3 shots a day. Oh,
like
milligrams.
or
Gotcha.
whatever, taking this amount of milligrams. So I have a client that he's a doctor, and I told him, it's like, dude, you love being strong. You want to be strong. You in your 70s. I don't want to say you're gonna die soon,
Yeah.
but let's say you have 20 good years of quality. Why not get in TRT with those 20 years are gonna be top,
Yeah.
like back to when you were in your 20s or 30s
It's like,
or
why don't
whatever.
we experiment with you?
Right.
Well, no,
See
he
how this
said
shit works
something.
out. You're a doctor, right?
He goes, I'm a doctor and I know. And he goes, I think I know what I should be doing, but I know I'm going to get addicted to it. And I'm just going to do it double, triple.
Oh.
And I already know it. That I don't even want to
Oh,
touch
it's okay. At
So
least he
he
knows
sees
himself. He
himself
knows
doing
himself.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because
Wise
he's like,
guy.
He's gonna get more younger girls. He's like, yeah, yeah,
but then
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be like,
Start
but then I'll be
pumping.
like, 20 years.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah,
Enjoy
yeah,
the
that's
20
true. Fuck that. Wow.
Or if anything, 10 years.
Damn,
He can still enjoy it, though,
Yeah.
no? If he's strong,
Yeah, no,
naturally.
definitely. Still doable, but
It's just, I think my mind space was, I don't know, I was so morally conflicted with the whole cheating thing, right? Like, what are your thoughts? So you're a personal trainer. What are your thoughts on people taking Ozempic? Or any of those weight loss
Great
drugs?
question.
well, it's like doing weed for people. Like supposedly weed just makes it bigger, whatever you are, whatever your personality is. If you're already a little scared about things, not scared, but like if you already think a lot about crossing the street because cars might happen, or
Overthinker type of person,
type
yeah.
of thing,
Yeah.
and you take weed, that's gonna take you
Yeah,
to
yeah,
even
to the
take it
next
even more.
level, yeah.
If you're aggressive, that is gonna take you a little bit more. If you're chill, calm, that might take you even more into that thing. So the quick fix that we're talking about, a lot of people have that quick fix mentality of just putting a Band-Aid over it or just taking the shortcut. Now, I see it in my own clients. Like, there's like, come on, can you just work out for me and not get the results? It's like, yeah, great if that would be the thing. But it's constantly everybody's joke. Like, I wish they made a machine that you can work out for me and not get the results or whatever.
Nobody want to put the work.
Well, Ozempic is pretty much it. That's what steroids had turned for a lot of people. That's what a person, being addicted to a person, and you don't have a healthy relationship because you want to control that person. You want to always keep the person around. Like, people get to be addicting to something and overdoing it and not being healthy about it. So in that sense, there is going to be people that are going to be cheating. There's going to be people that's going to be overdoing it. But definitely a league.
A whole
I feel
league.
like combat sports. It's tough to put in combat sports.
Oh, combat. I thought you said comeback. Like
No,
making
combat.
a comeback. I was like, yeah, steroids make sense for a combat sport.
There should be a comeback league.
Comeback league.
A Legends League.
A Legends League.
I'd be so down for that. Like
Okay.
all 50-year-old
Old
heads.
school, old school.
Like,
Yeah.
bring
Shoot 'em
back
up.
McGuire.
All
bring
those
back
people,
Bonds.
yeah.
Against Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
They're like, now hit it.
Now,
Or
yeah,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson against whatever,
So
somebody
you
from
think
that era or
Tyson
whatever.
taking steroids? I mean,
Now probably.
now, yeah.
Now probably. I
'Cause
think
he is
they
on-
might even put it in his contract. We're not testing.
Yeah.
Because there has been
Because he's gonna fight that
organizations-
young kid.
Nah, I think they
Yeah,
stopped
of
that
course.
fight. Didn't they
I
stop
thought they
it?
were gonna
Well, yeah,
do
they
it.
pushed
haven't
it
heard
back.
anything.
They pushed
Oh.
it back because he
got injured, that's
No, it's fucking something serious. He had an ulcer or some shit.
Ah.
Like something like he's a
serious.
fucking 60, 50,
Yeah, yeah.
60-year-old.
A hard 60.
Yeah.
Something.
Hard 60.
I mean, it's like a lot of
Man,
drugs.
he's in
That's
shape,
a lot
though.
of life.
Yeah,
but he's led a life, bro.
He led a
Like,
life.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
life.
no, it's they say about the brain. I mean, as the more they're finding out with what's it called, CTE. They believe it's a
What's
cap.
CTE?
Cranium
concussions,
trauma, something.
black spots in your
got it.
brain.
God.
Yeah.
So there's a cap to it?
They say they believe there's a cap to it, that everybody has like the amount of hits you can take. That then out of nowhere you just
That's it.
drop.
So- oh,
you just
damn.
get dropped or
Makes
whatever.
sense.
Like boxers talk about it. They're like, oh, I used to train my neck. Because your neck muscles, the stronger your neck is, the less your head waddles when you
gotcha,
get
yeah.
rocked. So the more power you can handle. But
That makes
when
sense.
you get to a certain point, they say that I used to train my neck, I used to do this. They say that cold therapy gets rid of head injuries.
Cold.
Whatever. Cold therapy,
Ice
like
baths?
like going into like
Ice
plunging,
bath.
like like ice bath, plunging, whatever. And people said like got to a point that I just couldn't fix it. Like I would just get hit with a jab and I will feel it a lot more. Like I would get dropped or whatever. It's like before I could do these things and it will help me. I will see the changes. Then it just went away.
Damn.
But it's already doing something. So jiu-jitsu competition, ADCC, is like the Olympics of jiu-jitsu. It only happens every 2 years, I think. Every 4 years, maybe every 4 years. And a little similar to the Olympics. The athletes get paid. I think if you win, you get 10 grand.
What the fuck
Which
is
is,
happening?
is
Like, my concept of money is
not,
fun.
yeah.
But I'm saying you gotta think
Not that
about like
much. It's not that much.
they probably don't got a big audience though.
Well, yeah, but they're what's it called? Non-profit. They're like a non-profit
Okay.
organization, so they don't have to pay people, whatever. But they're the biggest organization or tournament in that sport. So already somebody created an enhanced version of this. Not steroids, but steroids is allowed in that sport. So they both are enhanced.
Oh shit.
Both of the leagues are enhanced because it's not illegal in the sport. But he created an organization that the athlete that wins gets $1 million.
Oh.
He did 2 divisions, below 88 kilos and above 88 kilos. So now he's pretty much pulling all the athletes from
What are
that.
88 kilos for the American public?
Yeah,
I don't know.
60, 170.
Oh, 160. Okay.
170? Yeah, I think it's 170.
So just double it up?
Like 2.2.
Oh, okay. so-
2.2.
all right, cool. So right there. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what is 80 kilos? I don't know. I'm not selling bricks out here, bro.
I think it's like 170 and below 170 and above. But this guy created an organization that's pretty much just stealing all the athletes from the other one. because he's gonna put it on the same exact thing.
Oh damn!
So he's being a little
And that
aggressive
money,
about it.
yeah, and that money
But
he's
he's
doing.
trying to destroy that
Oh, wow.
organization and take it himself. The similar thing that Enhancement
Yeah.
is doing, and he got the idea from that.
Gotcha.
So it's disturbing a little bit. It's going to create, and because of that, that league is now going to have to pay the athletes a little bit better
Oh shit!
because now they got put on the spot.
That's a good thing.
So
That's
it's
a
a
good
good
thing.
thing.
That's a good
so
thing.
things are evolving in the better, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think this is contributing towards better human society?
That's a great question. I had myself.
Probably not. But it's going to create something. There's going to be some goods out of this. But steroids is out there already. It's
Yeah,
so
it's-
exposed.
yeah.
It's so easy to get. It's so because now you can just go to a doctor and be like, "Oh, I got a headache. I need weed." I'm like, "Okay, my T is low. My testosterone is low. Okay, I'll give
There
you
you
I
go.
don't get hard-ons or whatever."
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Here you go.
Yeah.
It just pass it along. It's so easy to get steroids. Go
Yeah,
to
word.
Mexico,
Yeah, him you
anywhere,
can
go
order
to
them
DR.
shits online without seeing a doctor.
The amount of ads we get.
So you're
That's
not
crazy.
stopping it. You're not stopping it by making it illegal. Like the whole drug war. You're not stopping it by making it illegal. You're controlling it and finding a way to make money yourself.
Yeah.
Find a way to
That's-
make.
that's-
and
that's
what
how
it
they
is.
do
It's
it.
a control. It's a control thing.
So life is all about cheating and making money.
That's all it is
I would say
about.
it's about making money. And
That's
if
all
you
it
have
is
to
about.
cheat to do that, then
The-
a lot of people do that.
That's all it is about.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
And then, they kept touting this organization, Enhanced Sports or Enhanced Games, whatever it is. They said, well, wouldn't it be great to just keep pushing the human body and just to see what it does? Like, what is our obsession with seeing how far the human body can go?
Well, that's science. I mean, science.
They
the
weren't
human
pushing
brain.
it with science. They were pushing it with, I think, the ego of it.
Yeah, I mean the steroid, it's a science thing. I mean they made it in the lab. The steroid was made in the lab. But yeah.
It's like it's science, I say, in the good name of science.
yes.
This is when motherfuckers come out from church and be like, well, the good Lord would have never allowed such atrocities. It's
Made a
preposterous, I
perfect
say.
body.
Hey,
Damn.
David did not look like this. Y'all know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know. Who's David?
The fucking
David is
the statue.
Oh, the statue.
Statue of David.
Yeah. Well, my bad. All right, cool. Forget this
Yeah,
reference
yeah.
then. Jesus Christ,
I was lost too. I was like, okay, they got it.
No, yeah. Both of y'all look mad lost. I'm like, so my reference is not making sense at all. Jesus, man. Like everybody's just mad quiet.
I'm trying to think of my last words.
I didn't know you were actually needing for an answer. Thought it was just an instructional thing.
Last call for words, my brother Dre Drizzo.
Well, Berto, thank you for all your great information. I did not know steroids was that popping right now, but for my last words is pay the fucking Olympians some more money, man. That shit got me
That's
fucked up over
great.
here. 30,000.
Yeah.
30,000. That's I don't even know how they living. That is very
It's a lot
foul.
of food. That doesn't even cover their snack
30,000.
budget.
I don't think that shit covers
they don't
their
get to
travel.
live. Period. Like,
They don't
you
get- that's
hear
what I'm saying,
happens
like-
at the camp over there. What do they call it? The
Training
where they
camp?
sleep.
The
No,
village?
the village, the Olympian village,
Oh.
where like we're at the Olympics
Yeah.
and they put them all in the same place. It's just insane fucking.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. They ordered like mad boxes of condoms.
Yeah.
So they try to make-
yeah.
A
So
lot
they
of
tried to
plastic.
make these beds that are uncomfortable to fucking.
Yeah.
On this last one.
But then they
There were
lifted up
beds
that
where-
ban, right? Didn't they lift up the sex ban or some shit
Yeah,
like that?
and they just put condoms
Yeah,
everywhere.
that-
They just
that-
gave them,
yeah, yeah.
like a box of condoms to
Alright, so
every
at least they
athlete.
fucking.
But only
Fuck the
at the
30,000.
Olympics, though. Only at the Olympics.
Only at the.
They don't get to live the rest of their life because
shit.
their body's so
It's a lot of
depleted
bottled
from
up
training
hormones.
and. The
But I'm like,
Yeah.
doesn't that make you a weaker athlete? Once you
Yeah,
bust
that's
that
what I'm
nut?
saying.
usually happens.
That's why you need the steroids.
Yeah, it's like- I'm like, boxers don't fucking bust
For
enough
like
for
a
like a
month,
month
yeah.
or two before a fight or some dumb
What
shit.
usually happens
that
for like
true?
the they believe that it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
never
I don't know how
thought
true.
about that.
I don't know how true it really is for the science.
Is it recommended?
But to the psyche.
Yeah. Tyson said that he used to do it at first. He said it on his one man show he did on Broadway. He said that early in his career he used to do that. But then he said that he would get too angry. And he was like, no, I'm going to kill somebody. I'm going to kill the man. Like, I'm going to kill him. I don't want to go to jail because I killed the man on the ring. So then he used to lie and tell his coach, he's like, nah, I'm not fucking.
And he was
yes,
fucking.
I am. He said one day he wanted to leave his apartment, his hotel. And he goes like, no, you're not leaving. It's like, no, I got to go to the store. It's like, no, we know you're trying to find somebody.
Yeah.
He ended up fucking the maid.
Oh
He ordered for clean sheets. And he talked her into it, whatever, like just
wow,
whatever, and
that's
ended
wild.
up fucking the bodyguard,
coach,
whatever, was outside.
Oh wow, damn. So that's not. So it's probably a myth then.
This is probably
It's probably it's probably like you bust your nuts,
What's your nuts? Get paid. Live your life.
live your life.
Take steroids, take Ozempic.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yo, Berto, it's been fucking phenomenal catching up with you and having this conversation. What are your last call for words?
Well, thank you for having me. It was fun.
Very fun.
AC next time would be nice. But other than that, great conversation. Yeah, who knows if it's gonna be a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, like any science project, it might just blow up halfway into it. And I think that's what they're pretty much doing. There's a trial of something that could work into it. They're putting so much money into it. If it's not that it turns out to be good, something else good can come out of it or whatever. So.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a lot of money.
Oh, that's what
That's
they
the whole
said.
point.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why when they answer that question, it's like in the interview I watched, it's like, so what's success to you? And they say it's like, if we make money. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
That is.
That's what it is.
Full of
That's it.
science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you answer it
Make
that
money.
way, they're like, oh, they're gonna jack people. Everybody's gonna be like,
pump them up, pump them up,
Yeah.
pump them up.
Everyone's gonna be watching.
Yeah.
that when it comes out. Everyone.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they're gonna push it all the way to like. I don't think they're ready. I don't think it's gonna come out now. I think it's like December. It's gonna start or whatever.
Yeah.
Try to break all those records or whatever.
Should we send in our information to perform? Just kidding.
Shit. I mean, it. Yeah.
No, that was a joke question.
No, but it's just all of it. All of it. Anyways, thank you, Berto, for those kind words. Lovely either, or just either, whatever you want to be called.
Honorable, what is it?
Honorable,
I miss it now. I miss
talented.
it. I miss it.
What are your last call for words?
I'm so conflicted about this whole thing. I was, but now I'm like, it's just a money grab. But I'm trying to think of what I can leave that's positive from this. I think the advances for science will be helpful. I think getting athletes paid more is going to be great. Yeah. Just keep moving every day.
That's all we got.
Keep moving every day. And, you know, aging's not, I mean, they're starting to call aging a disease.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
I'm like, this is natural. This is what
disease.
happens. This is the order
they
of
call it a
things.
disease because you need medicine for a disease. So
That's a technicality
it's-
and a half.
Yeah, because that's the whole goal. The people, because there's already like it's statistics about your timeline. You pretty much once you're born, you're already going downhill from birth. But it gets to a point that it just collapses. That's when we get to that old age. And that's when people start doing
That's the
anything
rough
about
part.
it.
That's the rough
when
part.
people start
Oh,
doing
got
anything
you,
about
got
it.
you.
When the collapse is starting, it's
Yeah.
near. They feel
Okay.
the collapse, and that was like, oh shit, I
too
should start
late.
working
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I started taking the man or whatever, and that's when they do it.
Gotcha.
Instead of doing it earlier, that then your line becomes more here. There's still gonna be a straight drop. But then there's people that get that drop at like 80s or even later on 90s.
Yeah, but the
and
drop
they're
is
still-
death.
And the drop is death. Yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah.
The drop is death. But if you live a life like this and then drop way more quality than you're here,
Yeah, you're right.
and then it drops.
Drops,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
And that's the goal, to start early, not calling it a disease, just call it a healthy lifestyle, or going with what
Yeah.
the media and the people, the pharma, whatever, are saying, calling it a disease. So you need to take medicine for it.
Well, you
Money.
explained it much better than what these assholes and the other podcasts have
So
explained it as.
people out there, live your life because that shit coming.
So,
That whole shit right there coming.
yeah. So don't consume less plastic. Move every day. Eat your vegetables.
Well, it's 5 diseases. If you look at the most deaths, it's like heart disease,
Heart disease,
like
diabetes,
blood pressure, diabetes,
Cancers and shit.
cancer, and what's the other one? There's another one, but all of those pretty much.
Car crashes. No, sorry.
The other one, but it's pretty much working out, eat healthier, and sleep well.
Yeah.
All of those
It's
get
the number
taken
one
down
thing.
by doing those three things.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Without medicine, without anything.
Anything, yeah.
Doing that.
My cousin, who's a doctor, anytime like I would ask him for medical advice, he'd be like, "Yo, just drink 8 cups of water, bro."
8 cups of water. 8
You know
cups
what's
of water.
funny is
8
he
cups
didn't
of
tell
water.
himself that when he called panicking that way.
But anytime anything happens to him, a motherfucker's getting every X-ray
yeah.
test or any fucking blood draw and all that good shit.
8
But
cups of water a
whatever.
day.
Personal trainer say put ice on it. Just
Put ice on it.
Ice elevate. What is it? Rest, ice, elevate.
Riz? Like,
What's
Right?
the elevate part?
Ice elevate. Put your foot up.
Oh,
or
got you,
whatever,
got you, got you.
Elevate
Alright.
for blood flow.
Got you.
Yeah.
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 Right.
But it doesn't sound cool. I was hoping it would be like a cool
I
thing.
know, right?
Like
It
a cool
is.
acronym.
It is. I can't remember which.
It's
one.
just
is.
right.
No,
R-
but there's another one. I'm forgetting one thing.
He butchered it.
Oh my. I still don't. I am very conflicted. I will share because I was watching an old Joe Biden skate. Matter of fact, when the whole baseball player thing happened, and Biden was one of the senators or representatives at the time, and he was complaining about. It's like, you know what really grinds my gears? He didn't really say it like that, but that, that's the energy, the old white man energy he's giving. So you know what really grinds my gears? It's just that I was a baseball player, and if I thought I was good, and had I been as good, by just doing the right things, people like you wouldn't have taken my spot. I'm like, man, you just dusty old
Stop
fucking
it.
like stop it. Like
Stop
you wouldn't
it,
have made it, period.
Yeah,
Right?
fuck outta here.
Like there's 5 fucking Dominicans that easily took your spot.
Is this why he's hanging on to running for president?
Who knows?
Fuck around.
It's probably because he's got a hang up with not being a baseball player. He's, I'm going to show them this time.
Poor guy.
But
No, just go sit down, Biden. Go sit down.
but the thing is that, I guess for me it is the consumption part of, hey, take this to be better, to be stronger, faster, blah blah blah, but at what cost? At what point does being stronger, faster, all these things, like what is the threshold? What is the ceiling? And I'm not talking about morals at this point. It's more along the lines of like, what is the ultimate goal that we are pursuing? Because everything is kind of a cheat, right? Now it's very socially accepted that you take a Viagra, you take a whatever, right? Or you get your dick pumped and all these kind of things. The thing is that the rabbit hole that steroids has provided is that enhancement. The word enhancement is actively used.
Well, it's an easier way of saying.
Yeah.
Cheating.
Cheating, yeah.
But and so when you talk enhancement, there's spectrums of enhancement. So when you talk about, so at what point is where's the direct correlation between enhancement, wellness, and overall well-being? But what is it that we want? And how do we get better? And
what is enough?
And what is enough? And so it clearly, deciphering the cash money grab attempts from whatever pharma or any big money corporation, that's one spectrum. But when people are out here telling you like, oh, this is the standard of beauty, this is the standard of healthy, and because not you individually, Berto, as a trainer, but I've heard trainers say, oh, Ozempic is cheating, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. But nigga, you're fucking jacked to the goddamn tits, nigga. Like, you are fucking, and now thinking back, like I know for a fact that whole wheat rice flour supplement shit that is being hydroxy cut or whatever, right? Because now I'm actively looking at all these labels and I'm like, everything is a filler, everything is a lie, nothing is legit. What the fuck is taurine?
Yeah.
Like,
It's true.
You know what I mean? The shit is in a energy drink that gives bulls wings and whatnot. So, I'm like, I'm looking at heads differently. Like, yes, I believe that you can eat half a cow and you can potentially be really massive, right? Because there are people that are just jacked. But then there's other people, I'm like, hold the fuck up, fam. You did not look like that some time ago. And now you do. Like, this is crazy. So you know, and I'm like thinking to myself, okay, if this is a trainer who's promoting healthy, active lifestyle and all that good shit, and he's saying one thing is a cheat, right, which would be the Ozempic stuff for weight loss, but then the steroids, oh, nah, we don't talk about that. Then I'm like, yo, so we all just lying to each other. And so that's where I kind of have the conflicted feeling, because there could be the argument like, yo, I take the steroids because I am a trained athlete and I want to just get to that next level and be better and blah, blah, blah. Or I need help recovering, right? Because now that I'm getting older, my shit is not recovering as quickly and I feel beat up. Get all that. And, you know, but at what point are we beginning, and I guess this is then the moral side of it, at what point do we become honest with ourselves and say, hey, this is enough. This is what I've wanted. This is what I've gotten, and we build from there. Because if you're talking about this fucking declining ass life chart, right?
Scary.
Because it is a decline.
It's a drop.
No, yeah, my bad. It's sustainable if you're living a healthy, active, leading lifestyle, right? And you're eating your greens and your Wheaties, and blah blah blah, and it's a straight line. But if you're not, it's a decline, and or you can be good your entire life and then just drop. But at what point do we just become accepting of ourselves and say like, yo, this decline is coming and it's cool? Nah, man, everything is anti-aging, disease and all. Yeah. And so I will share this because there's a very long last call for words. My apologies. Because no, I'm morally conflicting, man. I'm looking at sports differently. And if I've literally only come down to one sport, and that's football. And some of these guys are giant behemoths, and some of them are fucking... And what I admired about the sport is that every position had its technical purpose. So my thought process was that professional athlete is becoming the best at their position. Whether it's a speedster, whether it's a big blocker, whether it's a arm throwing, you know, all these kind of things. That was my mindset. Or the dude that's defending, like, yo, this dude is on this fucking treadmill running at 20 in reverse, right? His back pedal is crazy. Like, this is what I'm thinking. No, and now I'm like, yo, I remember watching a game, and it was Tony Romo. Yo, and he got fucked up. His back gave out, and they gave him a cortisone shot. And I'm like, damn, man, that's crazy. And that dude came right back on the field. And I'm just like, well, that's wild. Now he's an announcer. He's a really good announcer. I don't know about football player, but announcer is really good. And, you know, once again, just conflicted by, like, at the end of everything I mentioned, and we can justify all those means, it's at what point do we feel that we're self-fulfilled and we can be at peace and grow from there. And I the more I'm learning, the more I'm getting to the point where, wow, everything is intended to be a distraction, and everything is intended for you to be a consumer. Because if you're not consuming and you're fully fucking happy, that means you're not spending money.
That's true.
And if you're not spending money, then you're not making money for somebody else.
If you think you're fully healthy, you're not going to do anything.
Exactly.
That.
And so it's a lot, man. And thank you for, I guess, introducing me to this entire realm of a whole new reality. And I appreciate you very much. But
give yourself a bomb for that question. When is it enough?
When is it enough?
When are we enough?
Yeah. And I think that's like that's my ultimate walk away and my conflicting feeling. At what point is it enough?
Yeah. Well, know that you're doing something bad to your body. Knowing that there's going to be side effects to whatever you introduce into it, you're fucking up that circle. Something in that biology has to change to adapt to the new introduction of the new drug or whatever. So you're going to fuck something up.
So the circle is a circle. The circle doesn't get bigger. The circle remains the same. Right, and just little things get fucking thrown
up. Filling up with water. Once it's full already, you pour something else has to come out. That's pretty much it. And you go sometimes that stuff that comes out is very important. And you need it.
So at what point am I cool with my cup being full?
That's it.
Well,
I'm not trying to overfill it.
And you keep fucking around. You keep fucking around. That whole cup about to spill.
But that's the whole point. Right. You always want to get better.
You always want to get better.
I appreciate y'all. This is Dre Drizzo.
Yes.
Hey there, my brother Berto. Thank y'all very much. This is Ron Kane, Just Words, and we're out.
You are enough.
You are enough.